Hi, everybody. Welcome to Two Guys Talk Sports. I'm Tim Shirer, and that's my partner, Joey Schneider.
Hello.
Joey is in a mood tonight because he's going to talk about something in our Browns segment that normally I talk about. So be ready, people.
I promise you it's nothing but good things.
Oh, yeah. This show is brought to you by CT Roofing and Power Wash, the official roofers and siding and power washers of the Lake County Sentinel. They can help you with insurance claims. They're currently helping Joey with one right now.
Yes, sir.
You can call 440-278-0506 if you would like them to help you with roofing, siding, or getting your deck cleaned or rebuilt, or lots of things. But welcome to our special meteorite show. Did you hear it this morning, Joey?
I did. It was extremely loud, and I called my dad and I said, "Did you? He lives a couple streets over." I said, "Did you hear that?" He goes, "No." I go, "Of course you wouldn't."
Buildings did not hear it, Joey. Buildings, they didn't hear it in buildings.
Like I was in
big buildings.
He was in a house.
Oh, he's in a house? I thought he was in a. I thought he's in a care facility.
No, he's in a home now.
Oh, okay.
He lives with my family.
Okay. So some people who were in actual like brick buildings and they didn't hear it.
That's their house is brick. So
like Tommy didn't hear it in Paynesville. Becky didn't hear it in Eastlake. A lot of people I talked to that were in actual like corporate buildings or big buildings, businesses, they didn't hear it. I thought it was a snowplow.
I thought a bomb went off.
But then the plow sounded louder than normal going down the street. And I'm like, man, I don't think that's a snowplow. But I thought of something earlier. The original, and it broke up over like Medina, but went over Parma.
Is that where, you know what? No one can seem to get the answer because I've heard Shaker Heights, Maple Heights.
Yeah.
I've heard like 20 different cities. So
it broke up over Medina. I guess there's some stuff. Probably they're going to find some stuff in Medina, which is pretty cool. But at first it seemed like from what they were saying is it landed over Parma. So I thought of this. The original theme song for the Drew Carey show was Moon Over Parma. So maybe if they ever do a reboot of the Drew Carey show, it could be Meteorite Over Parma.
They will never do a reboot of the Drew Carey show.
Oh, I hope they do a reunion show or something at some point. You didn't like that show?
You know what? I didn't. I know it took place in Cleveland. I wasn't a fan of it. I like the actor. I like the actors though.
Oh my God. When Craig Ferguson had his talk show, he used to come on there and he had the whole cast on there one night. And I swear to God, they spent the entire hour barely talking. They spent most of the hour just laughing. It was hilarious. So, but I'm glad nobody got hurt. It disintegrated before it hit. It was reportedly weighed 17,000 pounds and was like 6 feet by 6 feet. When it entered the atmosphere, they think.
If people don't understand, not even a meteor can hurt Ohio.
Yeah, I guess not.
Ohio is untouchable.
Yeah. So I want to start off the show with a quick shout out to actor James Woods. You're lousy. You're a lousy, overrated actor, and you're even a worse human being. Go F yourself. That's it. I'm done with that. I just wanted to do that. I just wanted to James and I have a long relationship of not liking each other. So I wanted to just say hi to James tonight. Or Jimmy, as I like to call him, because he hates to be called Jimmy. Real quick, I want to mention this is an awesome thing, being it's St. Patrick's Day. And did you know this, Joey? I don't know if you knew this. I found this out this morning, that Ohio State was invited and marched in the St. Patrick's Day parade today in Dublin, Ireland.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you know you're good when you get asked to march in the St. Patrick's Day parade in Ireland, you know? But of course, we already knew they were good. So let's get to the Cavs now. Jarrett Allen, Sam Merrill, Craig Porter, and Tyrese Proctor will all be missing the game that is currently going on right now against the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. They're going to miss the entire road trip, and it looks like Craig Porter could possibly miss 3 weeks. He's going to get reevaluated in 1 to 3 weeks. He's got some groin issues, and so I hate to see Porter injured. Actually, honestly, with Craig Porter, I feel like he's been pushed to the background since they made the trades.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of
same with Tyrese Proctor.
Yeah. Proctor was getting kind of garbage time minutes anyway. Once in a while, he would come in. Tyson's been pushed to the back a little bit too, which I'm not happy with that. No. But I'm kind of hoping they trade Craig Porter in the offseason so he can get a chance to play somewhere regularly.
Yeah.
Because he's good. The guy is good, and he plays hard every second he's on the court. But did you watch the game Sunday?
I'm sorry, who they play Sunday?
Dallas.
I did.
Yeah.
And
that was ugly.
I mean, honestly, their loss to the Magic, their loss to Dallas. The only thing that kept going through my mind is this is why Jarrett Allen is so important.
Yes.
People don't realize they didn't know. And we have talked about this before. Jarrett Allen is such an impactful presence on this team, and especially in the middle there on the court, that it doesn't matter if he has 8 points and 7 rebounds or 20 points and 18 rebounds. He is a presence that the Cavs sorely need. And without
up 37-24 at the end of the first. Go on.
Knock on wood.
You're right about Allen, though. And, I'll tell you this. He also brings energy, too. There was no energy the other day. You would have thought there would have been energy. Max Strus has come back. His first game, he missed all the way until Sunday this season. He's had setbacks. He finally gets back. The crowd was on fire. They went nuts when he came out of the tunnel.
Had a great game, too.
Yes. They went nuts when he came out of the tunnel. When he came into the game, the place was bedlam. You would have thought it was a playoff game. They were so loud and so happy he was back. You would have thought that energy would have mattered. It didn't matter at all. It seemed like Harden, I'm going to say it, I don't care. It seemed like Harden and Mitchell and Mobley wanted to be anywhere else but there. It was not, and Mitchell ended up being the leading scorer in the game. And if you ask me, it was a bogus 26 points. He scored a lot of those in the fourth quarter when they were done already.
Mm-hmm.
So bull crap. To me, the star of that game, if there was one for a losing team, the Cavs, was Max Strus. Hit his first 4 threes. Geez, I'm telling you, it felt like that place was shaken when he hit the first 3. And then he hit the second one.
Not to get off the caster, but how did Cooper Flag look?
Oh, yeah, I was going to mention Coop. I'm a fan of Cooper Flag. I like the kid. Seems like a nice kid. He looked very good.
I think he had
a superstar.
I think he had like 25 and 25, 10 and 7 or something like that.
I think he had 27. I'm pretty sure he had 27.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. But he was, he's something, that kid. And I really think, and I'm not saying he's going to be him. Because I don't think anyone will ever be him. But he truly does remind me.
Don't say it.
Who?
Larry Bird.
Yeah.
I
He
knew
really
you were
does
saying.
remind me of him. But I don't no, he's not gonna be him because nobody can be him. Nobody can be Larry Bird.
Who does Canupo remind you of then?
He's pretty damn good too. I haven't seen him play as much as I've seen Cooper Flagg play. But I really like Cooper Flagg.
I like Cooper Flagg.
I like Knoepel too.
You know who? I mean, Cooper Flagg kind of reminds
Anybody
me
with
of
the first name of a con man that's pretty cool.
Cooper Flagg reminds me a lot of Paolo Banchero in his first season.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't become a jerk because Paolo Banchero seems like he's become kind of a jerk.
I don't know.
But I could be wrong about that.
Yeah.
Or you know what? More Cade Cunningham than Paolo Banchero. I don't like Cade Cunningham anymore. I used to, but I don't like him anymore.
I mean, haven't had a chance to talk to any of them, but
I don't know. He thinks he's the shit now.
The Cavs guys, we know, but
yeah, they're all nice.
Yeah,
they're all nice. I mean, I've talked to guys who, I friends of mine that have covered this team for over 30 years, and they say they're the nicest athletes in Cleveland, and they have been, and they just are. They treat people with respect. But yeah, that was a terrible loss Sunday, especially after blowing them out on Friday. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, how does that happen? But that's the NBA. Oklahoma City's lost to Dallas. Okay? Detroit's lost to Dallas. Boston's lost to Dallas. Oh, Boston lost to Indiana, and so did Oklahoma City. So you lose to teams sometimes. It just happens. It just happens. Would we like it not to ever happen? Of course, we would. We'd like them to go 82-0, but they're not going.
I just think the biggest problem right now is they keep having these windows where they can gain a game or two games, and it just seems like these games that they should win, where maybe they could jump to the third seed.
I'm not sure we want them there, though.
They're not capitalizing on. And
you want to face Boston in the second round.
I mean, does it matter? You're going to have to face them sometime.
Well, no, somebody could knock them out.
Okay, well, maybe the Cavs could.
New York was, they could.
Why not? Why not?
New York, yeah, you're right. If New York was in that second spot, I would say let's get the third. But I'm a realist. Boston worries me a little bit. And if somebody else can knock them out, okay. But I'd much rather play Detroit in the second round if they don't get knocked out in the first round. Because I wouldn't be stunned at that.
No, not at all.
No. You pit them up against Orlando. Remember how the Cavs struggled against Orlando when he was their coach?
Yeah. No, Orlando they're a young team. I mean, Paolo Banchero is a good player, and
yeah. What about Miami? Okay, you might think, oh, Miami, what do they have? But Eric Spoelstra will coach rings around JB Bickerstaff.
I mean, I know that we are doing that. This is our Cavs. I mean, can we just at least acknowledge Bam Adebayo had 83 points?
He did, and it was great, and it's awesome, and it's the second greatest game in the NBA history. Everybody who's bitching and complaining about it.
Oh my God!
I'll say it like the kids would say it on social media. STFU. Okay.
I don't understand the hate for it. The only reason that people hate it is because, Wilt Chamberlain obviously had 100. He's considered one of the greatest of all time. Kobe was number 2, and Kobe obviously is in that conversation for top 3. So Bam, and that's the whole thing.
I don't think he's in the conversation with top 3, but that's another show. But people love Kobe, and I love Kobe too.
I love Kobe too, but it doesn't mean Bam Adebayo is a great player. He is an all-star. He is on he's been on some really good Heat teams. He's one of the reasons the Heat are so good. He's probably their best player. So, okay, he scored 83 points. Congratulations.
Yeah, he probably is. Well, yeah, because I don't think Tyler Hero's that good anymore.
No, I mean, Bam plays tough every night. He's a guy that I would welcome to the Cavs. Any team would be lucky to have Bam Adebayo. Like I said, almost a perennial all-star this guy is. And puts up 83 points, and then the next day it's, oh, well, it was because of this, or it's like they're making excuses. Okay, it doesn't matter how he got to 83. He scored 83 points in the game. Congratulations to Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
That was.
But no, people have to be losers and say stuff. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, just he hang his hat. Let him hang his hat on that. He earned it.
Yeah,
he deserves it. It's one of the greatest games in NBA history. And congratulations to him.
Yeah, exactly. So like I said, they have the Bucks right now. They're beating them 37-24 after one period. It's been a nightmare in Milwaukee. Through the history, I think they are 40-89 in Milwaukee, or 40-79, something like that. It's not been good. I just remember watching them on Channel 43 when I was a kid, and it was always ugly when they went to Milwaukee. I remember a guy, I don't know if you remember him, he played for the Cavs for 1 year to finish his NBA career, but he played on Milwaukee for most of his career. Paul McKeskey, do you remember him?
I don't.
Oh, he averaged like 2.6 points a game and would score 20 against the Cavs. Oh, yeah.
So, oh my God, who reminds me of that?
He looked like he was 50 when he was 30.
Who is the guy? There's a couple of players. Like Cam Thomas from when he was on the Nets.
He actually had pretty good stats because I had him on my fantasy team.
Okay, no, but like he would play the Cavs and he would have like 40.
You're right. Yeah,
it was like 35 to 40 every time he played the Cavs. It was crazy.
That's how it was watching them play in Milwaukee. Like when I was a kid, Milwaukee was really good. They had really good Jack Sikma and guys like that. They had really good Buck Williams. They had really good teams, and they would win the Central Division every year. But
also, shout out to Seattle and Las Vegas as they're going to be voting to bring them in 2020. I believe 2020.
I reported that to my Rawlings Tigers baseball team in July. When it was hotter than hell, we were playing at a game at Forest Park in
Euclid.
Cleveland Heights. No, in Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland. Okay.
Or Cleveland Heights. And it was so hot that day. Oh, my God. And it looked like LeBron was coming back that day. That was when the rumors began. And but, of course, I mentioned about the Vegas and Seattle were going to get expansion teams. I got a tip from somebody. And so LeBron didn't come back. So, they're like, what does he know? But I knew this. So, yeah, congratulations, Seattle. I can't wait for Seattle as a team back.
I'm so happy that Seattle's good. That I am a homer, but I loved the early 90s Supersonics. I love Gary Payton, Sean Kemp in their primes, the glove. Oh, my. I mean,
Nate McMillan.
I loved the Seattle Supersonics. That was such it was a fun team. It was a fun franchise. And I know, they're OKC now, but
they better be called. Oklahoma City better give them their name back. They better.
Well, it's got to be the Supersonics.
Well, Oklahoma City owns the rights to it, I'm sure.
Oh, I bet you the NBA owns the rights to it.
They might. They've played in Supersonics throwback uniforms before, though.
Well, they're going to give those up because the Seattle Supersonics are coming.
I hope so. But yeah, that's going to be good. I'll be very happy to see basketball back in Seattle. They never deserved to lose it. That was a fight between politicians, and it was ridiculous. So, same reason like the Montreal lost the Expos. People that didn't know anything about the sport.
There's a great documentary. I think it's on Netflix about that too.
About the Expos?
About the Expos, yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah. If they'd won the world, if 1994 strike hadn't happened, We may not know the Washington Nationals. They might still be the Expos. But
speaking of baseball,
well, we'll get to that in a minute. We got a couple more things real quick. The Cavs then go to the Bulls on Thursday. They lost last time there. They lost 2 of 3 to the Bulls this year. Then they go to the Pelicans on Saturday night. They beat the Pelicans in Cleveland this year. So I predicted yesterday that they'll have a 3-0 week. So who knows? They might go 0-3 because I'm terrible at these predictions. I feel like Donovan Mitchell might be missing free throws because I got a text from my Cavs press box partner, Rachel Hill, about it just now. So I had it. It's funny you brought up the Seattle Las Vegas thing because I had it in my notes here, Joey.
Oh,
yes. So I don't have to do that now. But I also have in my notes. You wanted to talk about this a while back. We got like 2 minutes. We could discuss it. Looks like the WNBA and the players are close to an agreement. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelhart said that the agreement will be historic when it is complete. So,
well, here's my thoughts on that real quick, and it is, I hope that the league and the players don't fly too close to the sun because I don't want to see what happened previously where a lot of franchises.
They won't. Yeah.
So, but I think that the WNBA has a really good chance. They've already expanded their fan base with a lot of these new players that came in. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and even players. Before Sophie Cunningham got a new lead.
No, she's a witch.
Really?
Yeah. Well, did you see the stuff she said about Cleveland when they got the team?
I don't care. She's an enforcer. I like the enforcers.
I hope she's on a team that they play like 5 times a year, and she has to come here 3 times a year.
And then you watch, and the thing is then it brings those young players are bringing eyes to like Asia Wilson, who right now I think might be the greatest WNBA player of all time.
Yeah, she's got to be up there. That's going to be it for our basketball Cavs WNBA segment. Now we're going to get to the Cleveland Guardians.
Can I have one quick about 20-second thing with the Guardians? I don't know if we've talked about it, but the one thing I do not want to see the Guardians do this year is platoon.
God, have we talked about that yet?
I don't know.
We can talk about that.
I want to get that out of the way.
Oh, okay. Opening day is sold out for the 33rd year
as it should be.
Yes. In spite of those supposed cheap Dolans, WBC is currently going on. I cannot see the score. It looks like the USA. Oh no. Then Venezuela is up 1-0 on the USA. But I got to say, the Fox pregame show was absolutely unwatchable. It was a complete Yankee love fest. So I turned the sound down because I just don't want to hear about those pigs. I'm going to have to hear about them all season. I just don't want to hear about them. And 99% of the country doesn't want to hear about them.
You know what's crazy to me is
is
how much they talk about the New York Yankees, even though the Los Angeles Dodgers won I can't even hate the Dodgers because
I don't hate them. No,
you feel like you should hate the Dodgers. They pay for everyone. They got every best player but they're still, they got the Yankees got Aaron Judge and they talk about the Yankees as if they're already the World Series champions. It's like, what? Okay. So
Aaron Judge, big flop in postseason in the WBC. He's a flop when it matters. He's a flop. He's a flop. Shohei Ohtani in 2 postseasons has 11 home runs. Aaron Judge has been in 8 postseasons. He only has 17.
Shohei Ohtani he might make it when his career is over. There is an argument for him. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever see.
So.
I don't know if we'll ever see someone like him again in our lifetime.
We won't. Nobody saw anything like him since the 1930s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. I want to ask this about Aaron Judge. How many games has he won as a pitcher in the postseason?
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's right. None. Shohei won 3 last year.
Shohei's got 2 World Series in the last 2 years, and he is just, I mean.
Aaron Judge has 0.
God, it's like the guy is clutch. I mean, Shohei is clutch every time you need to be clutch. He hits 50, 60 home runs. You know, he's when he pitches, he's what was his record last year?
Oh, I don't think know. Did you happen to hear though what Tariq Skubal said?
What? I feel like I did.
Guardians fans gotta love this. They asked him what the atmosphere was like in Houston when he pitched. Was it a great atmosphere at the WBC? And he said, yeah, it's a great atmosphere, but it can't compare to the atmosphere in Cleveland in postseason. How about that? Yeah.
So you're saying he wants the pitch for Cleveland?
Well,
come on down.
The salary cap will be implemented by then.
Come on down, Scooby.
And they're way under.
Oh, yeah.
They could pay him $60 million a year, and the proposed floor, they still wouldn't be at it.
The proposed floor is still like double what they're at, isn't it?
I think they're at $70 million, aren't they?
Well, do they have to pay Clase or Ortiz this year?
No. I'm pretty sure they're at $70 million.
They are, yeah.
So if they paid him 60, they would still be $30 million below the. Yeah. I'm just saying.
The Dolans hate
our fans.
I promise you, the Dolans are voting against it. Even it's not a knock. I'm just saying.
I don't know. They might not because they're going to sell soon. So they'll go for it just because it won't impact them at all.
I thought they already sold. They were just like waiting a few years.
Well, yeah, I think it can be after this season.
Yeah,
I think, but I'm not sure. I'm not worried about them. They can keep owning them as far as I'm concerned. But the team cut the roster down a little over the weekend and yesterday. Let me try to look here.
Well, Bazana, he went down.
Well, they announced that he was going down, yeah.
Yeah.
But he was sticking with the club. I don't see any further moves today by the team. So because when they send out the game info, they usually say the moves for the day. But so this week, over the weekend, they sent down left-handed pitcher Will Durham. Jesus Christ. I don't know where that even came from. Will Dion.
Bull Durham. They sent down Bull Durham.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm going to have to watch that. Now I'm going to have to watch that tonight.
I'm going to make me watch the greatest baseball movie of all time tomorrow.
Field of Dreams?
With our oh no, it's got dreams in it. Chasing Dreams. Yes, with Kevin Costner. Early films.
You just told me that the greatest baseball film of all time is not Field of Dreams. I don't know if we can still be friends.
No, it's Chasing Dreams. It is a drama.
No, I've seen it, and I'm just letting you know.
What was it about, Joey? What did you think about it?
Oh my God, I saw it a while ago.
What did you think about
it? It's good.
You think it's good?
I love Kevin Costner. I mean, Kevin Costner in any
did you think
movie is okay.
Did you think he was good in the movie?
Am I thinking of the wrong movie?
I think you are, because he was in one scene.
Oh wait, is that the movie? Is that the movie that you were talking about that you hate? That is like so bad.
Oh yeah, it's so terrible. It's a drama. But you laugh the entire time because it's so badly done.
Yeah, and it was done. It's from the 80s, isn't it?
It's like 1982, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
We're showing it to the Wicklow baseball team tomorrow.
Oh my God. Why?
Yes, pizza and a movie. Well, because the coaches bring it up all the time. And for years, the players on the team have wondered, what the hell are they talking about? And now they're going to find out tomorrow.
I'm thinking of a completely different movie, but
Yeah,
I will say this. Before I proposed to my wife,
yeah.
I made her watch Field of Dreams. And this is the honest to God truth. If she didn't cry, I was not going to ask her to marry me.
Yeah.
And
Well,
at the end of Field of Dreams, I saw tears coming down her cheeks, and I go, "That's my future wife."
There we go. What is oh God, I can't think of the name of the movie. Let me get these minor league guys out of the way first. Will Dion to Columbus. Steven Perez to Columbus. Jonathan Rodriguez.
J-Rod.
To Columbus. Cody Huff, Cooper Ingle, Diane Frias, and Travis Bazana. Milan Tolentino, Dom Nunez, and Pedro Avila have all been assigned to the minor league camp. I have to believe Bazana, Tolentino, Nunez, and Avila are all going to Columbus too.
Shout out to Milan Tolentino.
And that's per Tim Stebbins. That's why I heard it from first, so I want to give him credit he deserves.
Shout out to Milan Tolentino and his family. Great. He was a great guy, great kid, and just a really great family.
Really?
Yeah.
His dad wasn't too nice when he came up in the press box.
His dad was really nice to me.
Well, he should have realized that you got to go about it different when somebody pronounces your kid's name wrong.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
It's Milan. Good, buddy. It's Milan. None of us knew that. PA guy didn't know that. It was a bad first impression, in my opinion.
He was nice to me. We had some conversations.
So
he was a good guy.
Fever Pitch. That's another great one. Fever Pitch.
Is that the one about
Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore?
You know what's funny? They actually had to change the ending of that movie.
They didn't change it. They had it finished and added the end.
Yeah, because they
won the World Series.
Yeah,
I have to say, one of his lines in that movie, and I don't know it exactly. When she was mad at him for like missing something, I don't know, like a family birthday party or something, because he had a Red Sox game to go to, and he was going to break up with her, and he said to her, "Have you ever loved anything since you were 5 years old?" And that's what he tried to get the point across to her, that this is what matters. And that's like with me, like with the Guardians. People ask me all the time, like, how important are the Guardians to you, Tim? And I say, well, here's the order. Here's the order of what's important to me in my life. Tommy, the Guardians. Tommy, the Guardians. Well, there it is. And that line, when he said that to her in that movie, was like, man, this guy is me. Like,
I think we're gonna have to do next week. I think we're gonna have to do like top five sports movies of all time.
We could do that. So, but Jose Ramirez has been dealing with some shoulder issues.
Yep.
He is not in the lineup again tonight.
But he said
Danny Sheeman is in the lineup.
He said that he will be fine though.
Oh yeah, he said he'll be fine. So did his assistant Stephen Vogt. But yeah, he said he'll be fine too. And that's no disrespect to Stephen Vogt. We just know that Jose's a guy, and Jose's gonna play if Jose can play. And Stephen Vogt's basically said that. But there are some things that concern me here. Hunter Gaddis and Cade Smith are not healthy right now, and they may not be with the team to start the season. I don't think it'll be long before they get there, but that's not good. That's what kind of is odd to me, that Pedro Avila got sent down, because he could fill a relief role. So, but and George Valera too. He's had, I believe, hamstring, and he's missed a week and a half, and they said he's going to be fine. But I think this is just another excuse for them to send him to Columbus. He's got to work it out, Joey.
If they send Valera to Columbus, I'm going to be livid.
He's got to work that out, Joey. He's got to get some at-bats now. He's missed like a week and a half of spring training, so he's got to get like 2 months at-bats down in Columbus.
If they send him down, I'm telling you, I will lose a lot of faith in the
Cavs are up by 1 at halftime, 58-57.
Well, they hate the second quarter.
They do. They don't like the third too much either.
Yeah.
But this will also be an excuse to keep Nolan Jones. I'm telling you. And it's becoming more and more apparent. I mean, seriously, it's becoming more and more apparent that Nolan Jones either knows where all the bodies are buried or he has pictures of somebody. Because there's no reason this guy should still be on the team.
No, I don't get it. I don't get it. And if Valera is like actually hurt, okay, but you can place anyone else out there except Nolan Jones.
Seriously,
you could put Carter Kaiboom out there. And
I don't know. I feel like he's another cheap one they've just brought in.
Okay, honest question: Nolan Jones or Carter Kaiboom?
I hate when they bring guys like that in because they never work out.
What about?
So I would rather them release him at the end of spring training.
What about Rhys Hoskins?
Oh well, Rhys Hoskins. Yeah, I kind of want him to make the team now. The only thing is the odd man out is probably going to be CJ Kafis. And he'll probably get sent to Columbus too, and they'll keep Nolan Jones. But I'm afraid that Carter Kaiboom and Stuart Fairchild make the team. And they hold back some prospects.
I'm tired of holding back.
They do this shit.
I know, but I'm just what they do. They saw Valera do well at the end of last season. They're like, oh, can't have good players on the team.
Yeah, wasn't there a guy named John Kenzie Noel and another guy named Oscar Gonzalez that did that too, and they screwed them over the next year?
I mean, we've talked about it so many times. I understand everyone saying, oh, these guys, they're struggling. Well, number one, John Kenzie never had the opportunity to have. He didn't. I'll even give people Oscar Gonzalez because he had a much larger.
You're right. But they never gave John Kenzie a shot.
They never gave John Kenzie an actual fair shot to do it.
And like I said, for like 3 weeks, this is when I knew he was done. For like 3 weeks, they kept saying, we're gonna be facing some lefties coming up. John Kenzie's gonna get his chance. And the day before they were scheduled to face 5 lefties in a row, they sent him to Columbus. It's like they wanted him to fail, Joey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's pretty. What are you looking at? It's pretty interesting.
I'm looking to see. He is. What team is he on right now? Pittsburgh? Oh, Baltimore.
No, nobody picked him up. I don't think he has a team right now. He got released by Baltimore.
Did he get released by Baltimore?
Yeah, so I don't know where he's at, but still.
Sorry, I was looking.
I don't know. They screwed him over. And
I'll just think they screwed him over. I think they screwed him up.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
I think that he lost confidence and he wasn't getting his everyday at bats, and they took a guy who was crushing it all the way through the minors, and he did everything right, high A, double A.
They asked.
And excelled at it, and then
how many positions did he play, Joey? Remember, he was a third baseman. Remember,
he played third, first, and right field.
Yeah, and left, I think, a couple times with the Guardians. Okay, so what more did this guy have to do? You know what I mean?
To get every day at bats. I don't know.
Exactly. So that's why I don't have any faith in them playing the rookies every day.
I'm praying to God they don't screw up Chase the Louder.
They probably will. Just give them a chance. Since we're almost finished with the Guardians. There is a solemn anniversary coming up, and it will be on next Monday. So the day before our next, is that the day before? No, next Sunday will be the 15th. Yes, or the 22nd. It is 33 years Sunday since the boat accident that took the lives of Indians relievers, Steve Olin and Tim Cruz, when they were killed in the boat accident at Tim Cruz's compound, I guess you would call it. He had a lake and all that, and severely injured Bob Ojeda and changed his life forever. That was a terrible day, a very sad day. I don't know if you were old enough to remember that, Joey. Do you remember?
I remember the accident. I don't remember the players.
Yeah. Steve Olin was going to be a great reliever, a great closer. He was their closer in 92, and he was on track to be the closer. And I think he would have been the closer on those great 90s teams.
Yeah.
And not only did, Steve Olin passed away, Tim Cruz passed away, Bob Ojeda was never the same. Several times he attempted suicide after, like with the Why Did I Live, and but not only with Olin and Cruz, Kevin Wickander, who was also a very good reliever for the Indians, he never was the same. His career, I think, was over in like 3 or 4 years then. And he was on track to be one of those Hunter Gaddis type middle guys. You know what I mean? They were best friends, Steve Olin and Kevin Wickander. So
yeah,
I'll never forget that night. The late Dan Coughlin coming on and giving the sports report on Fox 8, and it was very sad. I remember staying up all night watching Sports Center. They had round the clock coverage, and it was just horrible, but they recovered, and they dedicated their 95 division title to them. They raised the flag to the Garth Brooks song that Steve Olin loved, The Dance. And so 33 years on Sunday. And that's tough thinking about, but we can never forget them. So I wanted to bring it up. But let's go on to the Browns now. Joey wants to get something off his chest. When I talked to Joey earlier, I only had a couple notes on the Browns, or one note on the Browns. Now I have 3, but we're going to let Joey rant, and I'm going to let Joey rant.
Let me take
16 and a half minutes.
Let me take a quick sip of my of my delicious coffee out of my Browns mug. As I get ready for this.
I couldn't see really what that was. It looked kind of ugly, so it's a Browns mug, so it makes sense. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I'm going to start this off.
I'm
going to start this off by saying, and everyone who knows me knows that I'm a Browns fan.
And let me tell you this. Let me tell everyone this before Joey starts. When I rip the Browns and I say different things about them, Joey is always there to try to justify the shit that I'm going against.
Not justify. So, I just try to rein you in a little bit.
I want you to hear what Joey has to say tonight.
So I'm going to call this the Meteor Madness segment of the show. Because listen, I'm a Browns fan. I am sick and tired of listening to every single person in Cleveland talk about the Browns. Every media, everyone. It's Browns. You know what?
Radio, right?
Radio, TV. I go on to, different social media, and they are talking about nothing but the Browns. Listen, I'm a huge football, and you know this. I love football. Yeah. I love football. Yeah. High school football, college football, the pros. Yeah. I love the Cleveland Browns. I am so just goddamn tired of hearing about the Cleveland Browns. You have the Cavs who are fighting to get a higher seed in the playoffs. You have the Guardians who, they start in 2 weeks?
And they make the playoffs every year. Go on.
And sold out opening day, make the playoffs. Seems like almost every year, if not, at least every 3 years or every 2 years they make the playoffs. They can take garbage and they can take chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad. I am tired of hearing about the Browns. Listen, I get the draft is coming up. That cannot be Cleveland's Super Bowl. We cannot let that be Cleveland's Super Bowl. That loser mentality is what terrible franchises want.
So what bothers you, the loser mentality or the fact that the loser organization constantly gets more talk than the good organizations?
90% of everything I heard today, and this is from 9:00 a.m. until noon, 90% was dedicated to the Cleveland Browns. Listen, last week we talked about who the Browns signed. Nothing changed this week. They didn't sign anyone else. They didn't make any trades.
Nobody.
There was nothing outside of Wyatt Teller signing with the Texans.
Did they hire any coaches this week? No.
No, their coaching staff, I believe, is completely full. Nothing. How do you get 2 hours and 45 minutes out of a 3-hour show talking about nothing that has happened? It's absolutely ridiculous. How do you not talk about the Cavs who are already in the playoffs or are going to be in the playoffs in some way, shape, or form and have been perennial playoffs, or the Guardians who won the AL Central last year and have young, exciting prospects coming up that we can't wait to see. And yet we're sitting here talking about the Cleveland Browns who haven't signed anybody, who the draft isn't here. And how many different times you talk about the same 4 people that the Browns are going to draft, Carnell Tate, Monroe Freeling, Spencer Fano, all great college players. I guarantee if any of them come to the Browns, they're good. We hope that they're good. The problem is that we have to listen to it over and over and over again. You can't talk about the same thing constantly. We have to realize that the Guardians are starting and the Cavs are playing, and yet we are sitting here talking about a franchise that has been terrible since 1999. 2 playoff wins in
2?
Isn't that how many?
1. The Steelers.
Okay, 1 playoff win since 1999, and you fill 90% of a show with it. Mm-hmm. Nothing. It's anything you talk about is either rumor, which is probably
that's garbage, they love rumors. They love bullshit.
Or what ifs, or it's so ridiculous to the point that I can't even turn on Cleveland radio because I know what they're going to be talking about. Me and you, when we do this show, we talk about the Cavs or the Guardians first. The Browns is the end segment because they're not in season.
Yeah. In October, depending on what's going on with the Guardians, they might be first or they might be second. From November to the end of December, they'll probably be first, and then the Cavs will be second, and then the Cavs will be number 1 in January through probably February. Then we go back to the same format we're in now.
And we'll talk about the draft.
And I've heard this from people on Cleveland Sports Radio. I've heard this one. Well, no one calls in because they know you're never talking about it. so they don't listen to you. I'll bet you most fans who love the Cavs and the Guardians but aren't huge Browns fans do not listen to sports radio in Cleveland. They don't. What would their reason be?
This is not me bashing the Cleveland Browns. This is me bashing Cleveland media, talking about the Cleveland Browns like they are the only freaking team in this city. We have two winning teams. I want the disclaimer here. I want people to know this. People are going to think I told Joey to say this. I did not. Oh no.
When I texted Joey today, or it was today, I believe, about the show, he said to me he wanted to talk about this tonight.
It wasn't until all morning I'm listening to it and I'm going back between different things, and it's just how much can you say the same thing? You're saying the same thing over and over, day after day after day. Mm-hmm. Nothing changed. If we signed someone, okay. If they
Venezuela now.
If they traded for someone, okay. When the draft actually happens, we will be covering it like crazy. You can go to LakeCountySentinel.com. Yeah. We have two different drafts up. We're gonna have more mock drafts before the draft happens. I love the Browns. This isn't a Cleveland Browns bashing. This is a Cleveland media. Wake the hell up. The Cavs play. The Guardians are starting in 2 weeks. I don't know if I've heard anyone talk about the Guardians.
Of course,
I don't know. Maybe for what?
Except to say the Dolans are cheap. And that's where it started, Joey. Let's be honest. That's where that shit started. On Cleveland radio.
I said it too. But then you have to look at what they've done. You have to look at the franchise as a whole. Yeah. They can, if
I am convinced Cleveland media does not like winning.
If it doesn't matter if you're the highest, if you spend the most money or the least amount of money, if you make the playoffs, who cares? Have fun. How fun was last year with the Guardians from the end of July until the end of August until the end of the year. It was an absolute blast watching them win. Just crazy. Watching that number, watching the Tigers tank. Not tank, but watching the Tigers lose, and that it started coming up. And the Guardians, last game of the year, they win the AL Central.
Yeah.
How exciting was that? That's what sports are about. That's what
they would rather talk about whether someone changed an outlet in Berea.
That's what a winning team looks like. The Cavs. That's what winning teams can take chance. You could trade someone like Darius Garland and go after James Harden because you're a winning franchise.
That's what I've said over and over now, though, Joey. Cleveland sports fans now have a losing mentality because they've been brainwashed by the Cleveland media that they have to live and die with the loser, the Browns, and ignore the Guardians and Cavs. They've been brainwashed to think that.
I'm not going to say it's all Cleveland sports fans, but it's a large portion because there are so many diehard Browns fans. And I love that there are so many diehard Browns fans. If you can, like myself, if you can handle losing that long and still be a fanatic about a franchise, you got.
I'm a Buccaneers fan from the beginning, so I understand the losing.
You've got, you know how to take punishment and keep coming back, but that cannot be your mentality. Because if you are a Cleveland fan, you have the Guardians and they're winners. You have the Cavs and they're winners. Your identity cannot be tied to the Browns. But when you hear nothing but the Browns in Cleveland media day and night, day after day after day, that's what you get. That is the type of mentality you get, and I'm sick and tired of it. Change your format to what I'm not saying.
Oh, they're the Browns' flagship, so they think they can't talk about any other team.
You don't have to to do what we do, but you cannot have 90% of your show be dedicated to a team that's not even in season.
I bet you anything their ratings have gone down.
I don't care if they've gone up or
10 years.
down.
I bet they have.
It's mind-blowing to me how much you could talk about the same garbage for an entire week. Nothing has happened. And they talked about the same, and then like I said, even in the draft, you're talking about the same couple of players. You know what would be crazy? What if the Browns took Jeremiah Love? He's the best. What
Would it be great if they took somebody they haven't talked about?
Yeah, what if they took Sonny Styles? I mean, they won't.
Well, no matter who they take, Joey.
What if they take Caleb Downs?
For sure. One thing we know for sure, no matter who they take, they're going to promote that person the next day as the greatest draft pick of all time. And they are also going to have the last lady of Cleveland sports, Hall of Fame beat writer, on, and she's going to tell us what an amazing draft pick it was and how she predicted it.
I will say this. There were a lot of people who did not like taking Mason Graham. People had no idea who Carson Schlesinger was last year.
I still think Graham is going to be okay.
I think
Graham had similar to Warren Sapp's rookie year.
Graham had a great season. Carson Schlesinger was a defensive player of the year. Harold Fannin was great. I think Isaiah Bond can be a really good receiver. I know I'm missing someone too. I'm missing someone.
No, they
else.
had a great draft.
They had a great draft. I'll give them last year.
You got to have more than one.
But they got to do it again. They got to do it again.
They got to do it 2 more times.
But
at least.
But they were getting criticized for the Mason Graham. They were getting criticized for Carson Schlesinger.
That's because the Cleveland media also wants the flashy guy.
Well, right.
And they also think they know more than football people.
And then I hate the rumors.
How can you cover a team for 40 years like the one guy that's on 850 and still say the dumbest shit that he says? He's covered his team for 40 years, pulled off the beat when Art Modell was owner. And he's still on there saying the dumbest shit possible. And fans believe it.
And then it's even worse when you get to social media. I'm not going to name names, but you got all these.
Oh, I'll name names. I don't give it.
All these super fans who supposedly
don't like me.
Who
the Browns people at Cavs games look at me with disdain, and I'm okay with that.
I am not against the franchise. I'm
not either. I'm really not. I'm not. I
don't
like Jimmy and D. Haslam, but I'm not against the franchise.
I love the Cleveland Browns. I will. They are my team. They have been my team since I can remember.
I'd love for Tommy to experience what it's like to watch your team play in the Super Bowl.
That is my team.
Yeah.
However,
we got 2 minutes.
We have 2 other teams in this city who I love just as much, and in one case, I love even more. And you know who that is.
Yeah.
So how about the monster? How about you start giving coverage to the teams that are either playing or about to start?
Since we're on this
topic,
should be doing. We got a minute and a half, and I want to add this real quick since we're on this topic. The pathetic podcaster, Angel Ortiz, who runs one of these stupid Browns groups and has a podcast that's disgusting. He admitted to me one day that he posts crap that's not even true just to get views. He put some garbage up today that the Browns were going to trade Dylan Gabriel to the Vikings and a number 1 pick for J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, that's complete and utter. They wouldn't. There's no way in hell they would do that.
And even they're not dumb enough to do that.
That's just common sense.
Yeah, that's just asinine. But he knows that he got reaction. I see that David Njoku visited the Ravens today too.
Oh my God! If he ends up on the Ravens,
people are mad about that. But hey, they didn't want him.
Why does it seem like
he's got to get a job? He's got to get a job.
I know, but why does it seem like only AFC North guys only go to other AFC North teams?
I'm so glad that Mike Evans didn't go to the Falcons, Saints.
I know. Well, no, he wanted to win.
Have done that though.
He wanted to win.
Yeah, and he wouldn't have gone to them even if they're good, I don't think. But I think that's going to be the end of the show tonight, Joey.
It is.
So we will see all of you next week, and we will have more complaining to do. So everybody have a good week.